All right. Got some activity. I didn't even realize we got some activity going on. On our on the Twitter with Sports Day. Jaden over there getting active on the socials. Got like 20 damn tweets. God damn. Good stuff. Because we hadn't had, man, you realize we hadn't had, because ever since Twitter did the thing, we hadn't had anything on there since the 12th of July. And it was a broadcast. No, but not with the new thing.
Oh, that's right.
Wait a minute. Oh yeah, it's not no check mark for the show. Yeah, I gotta I'll put it on the premium so that it can get up. But anyways, guys, for those who don't know, I'm at Big Game James _36, and this is Big Games BS, part of Den Media Group, presented by AlphaClinicOnline.com. AlphaClinicOnline.com is the go-to website for all things. Let me tell you this. Feeling sexy. So my weight fluctuates. I'm comfortable with it. Oh, STD Friday. Oh, Jesus, Ramon, what the hell are you getting into? You can get your blood checked and get your STD, make sure you're clean, but that's not what we're going for on this Friday. Stay STD free, preferably, unless there's a good story to go with it. And you don't want to catch the bad ones. But Alpha Clinic Online, SP, shit, nah, you done fucked me up. BTC 157. God damn, Ramon fucked me up for getting the thing. But Miles, you might want to, because you're still active. You like while the working out and stuff that you're doing, does your body get like really sore?
Yeah, both my shoulders are done. I'm waiting for after the season to swim lesson season to check things out.
All right, you might be a good candidate for it, because what BPC 157 is supposed to be a natural occurring stem cell thing that helps you regenerate good tissues and good cells.
Oh, really?
So like it's supposed to be able to help you heal a lot faster than what you would normally do. Yeah, basically. And then you add an NAD plus, and then that helps you with mental clarity, all these different things. But I'm gonna tell you this, it does from Andre. So Andre, Andre says he's on Ozempic. No, it's no shame. Ozempic is not bad. It's bad when you don't need a fucking Ozempic. And now you're looking like a bobblehead. But if you're having stomach issues, BPC will help you with your stomach issues. Just free game. That and a probiotic will help you with that. But those are all things that you can get from AlphaClinicOnline.com. So check that out. Anybody with those different things, we can definitely help you. State of Florida, we can ship all kinds of different things. North Carolina, South Carolina, we are there too. Hopefully we'll be a nationwide clinic eventually. So yes, Bert K, we will get into Mandarin University and some of our housekeeping things. We break the streak against Creekside. We're also going to talk about high school sports on Friday. We've never done that before. But because Mandarin University, okay, it's a little interesting, Big J. I will take that. Thank you for calling me sexy. I'm secure, man. Fuck that shit, man. I need to hear I'm sexy, no matter what. But Mandarin U national program, we play a team called IMG, made national news. We'll get here in a second, but let's go ahead and kick it off with the housekeeping. So some of the different things that we got going. If you didn't know, FSU is in Dublin. Shout out to David Williams hanging out in Dublin. Please take pictures. Please, when you're taking pictures, at Big Game, at MFCK, and stuff like that. And I know we posted this the other day, but I'm still like this for Dublin, and there's people who are there. You can scroll down a little bit. Some people responded to it. I got one of my guys. He's always got his MFTK cap on, but we got the MFTK over in Dublin. I got a teammate of mine who was a walk-on. He's over there. He called me this morning. Like, I just know you're here. I said, no, unfortunately, I'm not. Damn, Jay, I do owe you. I keep forgetting that. All right, real talk, Jay. Do me this favor. Dead the fuck serious. Inbox me right now an address so I can mail you that thing. Londo, we do have confirmation. We will be talking about that as well. A lot of shit going on. That would have pissed me off, but now we'll get. I don't want to bury the lead. David, how do you get a Garnet MFTK cap? I fucks with you, so I think you got my number, right, David? Or you got me on social media. Hit me up, and it's just a Cash App, and I'll make sure you get the cap. You can come get it from me whenever you want to. But we got the Garnet. You gotta just let me know if you want the straight brim or if you want the bent one. We got the black and we got the NWA colors as well. So yeah, so just text me and we'll get the arrangements arranged. But and then but a little bit of straightening. All right, but that's me basically feeling bad. I got a coach and shit. So all right, here's what we got. All right, here's what I'm gonna tell you. It's got people asking for the MFTK caps. If you're anybody who I think my guy Fatal Jedi should have got a couple of them. What we read?
It's one of your.
What am I?
I'm sorry. I want to save it for when they come. It's one of the things you got for housekeeping.
Oh, okay. Damn, somebody didn't make it on Delta. Anyways, if you're all in member, I'll give you a cap. You ain't gotta pay for. Obviously, you're paying more, but you'll get a cap upon being an all-in member.
Oh, that's a big one.
Big one. Or just inbox me, and it's basically the easiest way to do this. It's basically a $40 Cash App, if I remember correctly, and that gets you the hat and that covers the shipping. Trust me, shipping is a bitch. That's the fucked up part about all of this is the shipping. So hit me up if you want an MFTK cap. I think I got a site, but I just gotta go look that shit up. My dog's home up. I don't know what that. My dog listening. Oh shit! I got a call. Oh yeah. Anybody want to hang out in Dallas after the game? SMU game. I got somebody asking me to do something. So Cigar International. So we may be throwing a little shindig, a little adult gathering up there at SMU. So
everybody wants their hat so they can start wearing at the beginning of the season, getting ready for these games and these bowl games.
Definitely. Gotta get y'all these caps. All right, we're going to the next housekeeping thing.
Right here.
Oh man, I love this time of year, man. It's year 2. Guys, I want y'all to again listen. I know y'all used to the BS, right? Just anytime you see something, just boop, click the like button on it. It don't hurt. I promise you. It won't hurt you. It will not negatively affect you. But this show is really cool. You learn it's 15 minutes, no more than 15 minutes ever.
Right.
But me and Greg McGarity get on there and we discuss the happenings of college football as it relates to the bowl game. You'll learn so much about college football just in that little bit of time about how to accurately predict bowl games, what's going on with the ACC and the SEC. Greg is a walking encyclopedia of things that go on in college football. I love hanging out with him. It's one of my highlights of when we record this show, and the backdrop is dope. Like,
yeah,
on God, like if anything,
fire.
I swear I'm so mad about. I hate teasing shit, and I hate being teased, and I hate having something close. But on God, we may have unofficial offices inside the Gator Bowl. If this call goes through at 11 and I have to abruptly end this show because there's no better backdrop than that.
I know, that's so fire.
We can have 3 different ones. So they have like a top 25 one. So like I could go do a top 25 show where I just go around and they got like the little magnet things and you can like
focus on the ACC and just. Oh, man,
we can do game of the week. Like they have all the games listed. They have the SEC, ACC. They got it. It's a sweet deal. Plus they have the best ice. I don't know if you've seen the new ice machine, but they got the little crunchy ball ice. And then they always have, like, once the season starts, they always have good snacks. Like they'll have like the Chick-fil-A cookies or somebody's always catering them from something though.
I have to agree with James though. If you want the information that your talking heads don't know that you can impress your friends with, and nobody really understands scheduling these bowl games like these people because that's exactly what they do. You want to check in on this video every week.
Every week there's national pundits that say these are the teams that are going to go into the Gator Bowl. And every week, those national pundits don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Because there's like things that we literally cannot take a team.
You want to explain some of the rules? Just some of the
So
basic
like
ones?
just some of the basic rules is this. So one, we are completely reliant on the college football playoff. So like last year, Florida State not getting accepted into the college football playoff completely fucked the entire bowl structure. And what do you mean by that, James? Everybody, like for example, Clemson just knew they were going to San Diego. They literally were in a car on Sunday driving to the airport with tickets to go to San Diego because they have to send the people there to like, you know, check out the surroundings. To find out that they're coming to the Gator Bowl. Like people, it was so much money that had to be changed and turned around for all of that stuff to happen. So right now, I'm gonna tell you. So here are 3 teams that cannot go from the ACC to the Gator Bowl. Clemson cannot go to the Gator Bowl. Notre Dame represented the ACC, so they can't come to the Gator Bowl. And was it NC State? I think those are 3 teams that cannot come because they've been too close. For South Carolina can't come. Kentucky can't come. And I'm trying to think somebody. So like right now, none of those teams could go to the Gator Bowl because you could not have been here for the last 2 to 3 years. Now, what also happens is San Diego, which is the Holiday Bowl, and somebody else pick in front of us. If a team has been to San Diego, they could be a high-ranked team. They cannot go to San Diego, but they might be eligible for us.
Okay.
So, like, that's how teams fall and slide down. There also is, and there's no more Orange Bowl tie-in anymore because the Orange Bowl is a part of the college football playoff. So you can lose the ACC. So, like, for example, if Florida State goes to the ACC and they lose the ACC championship, they're not the second team to go get picked in the college football playoff. They could be going to the Gator Bowl.
Okay.
As opposed to going to the Orange Bowl, which has traditionally been what was happening. So like last year, everybody thought Louisville would go to the Orange Bowl, FSU would be in the college football playoff. So those are things that you learn on the show, as well as we get some good football insight. So again, it's just real good football talk. Real quick, it's up on the channel right now. Please go check them out. If you want to go check out last season's episodes, do that. Oh, my bad. That's true too, Devin. If the game is played, the end of the so if it can't be played the current year or next year. So, for example, FSU and Alabama could both be on the table for the Gator Bowl. That game can't be played because FSU and Alabama start next year off. The Gators and the Canes, there's no rematch for that. I think NC State, Tennessee, there's no rematch for that. Stuff of that nature. So, but yeah. So it's a wild yet fun and educational landscape. We talk about NIL, and it's an odd couple. Greg is very white, and he's almost twice my age. Well, you know, he's not twice. He's 70. He's 70. He's 30 years. 30 years my senior. So, and the Gator Bowl is 80 years old. So we'll be having all kinds of cool little things. I'm gonna try to get some interviews with guys that I know who played in there. It's Tanisha's birthday. Happy birthday to your mother, Avon lady. And, you know, so everybody be polite to Tanisha's mom, even though I know Tanisha's mom is too Christian to watch this kind of show. I appreciate the support. Oh, damn. One of y'all really about that life with that. They didn't set $40 for the hat and no information. I don't even know who this was.
Everybody's ready for this season, man. I got a question for you. During your playing time, was there ever a moment, maybe practice too hard or drills or whatever, where you thought, I could play a different sport? I am an overall athlete.
Yeah. I played basketball my whole life.
Oh, yeah?
Like me playing football, my mother was completely shocked about that. She was pissed. She didn't know anything about football. She's like, what the hell you been hooping? Because I could dunk. I could grab the rim. Like I've been stupid at. I've been better than everybody. Like it's so hard coaching your sons because I don't know what this is like.
Like Barry Bonds teaching hitting.
Yeah, it's like well, Barry Bonds actually they say he's a pretty good hitting instructor, but most guys who are good aren't good coaches. But like I'm simple, so I can teach real good things to people. But like when it's my son, I don't. I try to talk to my mother about being a father as much as I can, and people like that makes no sense. I say no. I was like, Mom, what was it like me dribbling the basketball? She's like, son, I don't know. One day you had a ball in your hand and you were just dribbling it, and then you were jumping and you were trying to dunk on people, and it started with tennis balls, then a volleyball, and then eventually she's like, I remember the first day I bounced the ball, and then you do the trick, try to do the tricks, because dribbling and then driving it up, the ball can, if you don't have good grip, it slips out of your hands. And what I have big hands, but they're fat, like thick, like but the pads in my hand are thick. So it's hard for me to like hold the ball when I'm coming up to dunk. But like I bounce that bitch, I can take it and get it in. But and then like, baseball, I would steal bases and because I was explosive and shit like that. You were good. I was good at other stuff, but like the reason why I didn't play basketball, because I played football in the fall, and then there were JV tryouts. And I didn't even go to the tryout. I walked in the gym and I played forward my whole life. I've been the same height since 6th grade. And I look and I seen what 6'3" and 6'4" look like. And I wasn't that. Like the guys who were my height were playing point guard and exactly. 2 guard. So I was just like, yeah, all right, I'm not finna be in this motherfucker doing this shit. But plus football players, we play football like we're in prison.
Well, this guy might be having second thoughts too.
Oh, yeah, but basketball players were made during this. So, like, this is funny. I don't know if there's noise. Just don't add, because I don't want the music. I do need to make this a hymn, by the way. But yeah.
Have you ever
we used to do this thing called hydraulics. And that's what that was right there. So, yeah. Wild stuff right there. So that's just this is football season. But like that kid, the dramatics of falling that way, like I would never want to. Like, you can hurt something. You can seriously hurt something.
He couldn't have done it up. He lost the ball, right? That's the important thing. Oh no, did he?
No, he kept it. I think he held on to it.
Oh,
well, his knee hit the ground, so like it wasn't a fumble. Yeah, that's done. Yeah.
That's ball security. Sleeping with the football.
Till Dog says he's going to Tally's version of the Soul Bowl tonight, Gabi versus Rickards. Hopefully, there definitely some single mothers out there. My homegirl Tiffany will be out there. Her son went to Gabi last year, is at Rickards now with his dad. Plays corner, pretty good. Some good athletes out there. So we'll see what's going on with those guys. So hopefully, Friday Night Lights, big time stuff going on. Hopefully all of that shit, gets taken care of. So shout out to those guys. Shout out to Rickards High Southside Stand Up. Yeah, man. Like I have a big thing of like nuts in my face. Like my man Chip Green put, damn James, me and you have the same story of giving up hoops. I walked in the gym and saw Big Ben standing on the block at 6'10". Yep. I ain't, listen, no. What you're not finna do is dunk on me, man. No way. All right, go to the next housekeeping thing.
Oh, it's cool.
Oh yeah, shout out to Mandarin University. Listen to we're out here building a national program, not worried about playing little local shit. But this is what happens when you have a national program. And what's funny is everybody thinks it's going to be done after this duo. We'll have a similar duo coming up, but it'll be but both of them about the same complexion. One's mixed and one's white, but like they're going to be fun to watch too. But check this out about Jamie and Tramel.
Best duo in OT7 is back, but this time with pads on. Tramel Jones and Jamie French might just be the best QB wide receiver duo in all of football. In the spring, Florida State commit Tramel Jones found French 24 times for 338 yards and 9 touchdowns at the OT7 championship to help their squad SFE win the entire tournament. Tomorrow night, these two are back, but for their high school Mandarin. Last season, Jones had 3,195 passing yards, 33 touchdowns, and 7 picks, as French hauled in 62 catches for 1,247 yards and 14 touchdowns. These two helped Mandarin go 11-4, as well as giving them a chance at the Florida 4M title. But after a very successful spring, what can we expect from these two in the fall? It all starts tomorrow versus Creekside at 6:30 p.m., and I cannot wait. Best duo in OT7
All right,
is
so
back.
that's it. And so y'all can know it's Friday night. We got to be yes, Jaden, like that's part of the benefits. I need interviews for my guys. We need to do Friday night interviews, but you're not here, so like it's kind of killing me right now. But now we have Atlanta. We play Creekside. We haven't beat Creekside in 3 years. Creekside plays us tough. That's why I'm not bragging too much about IMG losing, because hell, we've been way more talented than Creekside to keep losing to them, finding ways to lose, and sometimes that shit happens. But we should beat them. Should be a good game. Should be sold out. If you don't have anything to do, come check us out at the Corral. We need to get a better nickname for the field, but Mandarin plays Creekside Knights. So yeah, that part. MFTK, motherfucking tailgate king. I'm with that, Jeremy. Goddamn right. Make sure you check out the tailgate. Oh, I need to put that as my pin suite. Fuck. We do have the tailgate up for Labor Day. I do need y'all to start purchasing tickets for that shit. So yeah, I gotta get better. Been so fucking lazy, man. I gotta get yeah. Anyways, going to the next thing. Friday nights, I love it though. Getting ready for football.
We're off to Ireland.
Yeah, and that still bothers me. But here's FSU in Ireland. Just boys living their best life, man. I love Black Boy Joy. And them getting to experience other places. For those who don't know, for the FSU fans who are upset that they're having so much fun, Georgia Tech is literally doing the exact same thing, guys. If you don't follow Georgia Tech or you don't know anybody, you wouldn't know that this was happening. I happen to know a couple of the parents of the kids who are over there, and they're literally doing the exact same fucking thing over there. But this is what our guys are doing, living their life like it's golden.
I wonder if this is. I don't know.
Now, I have a question. Because
racist?
That's what I was going to say. Because a lot of people do things. Like, is it racist when it's genuine? Like they're like genuinely trying to be a part of the culture. It's not mocking. Like they're trying to. I think that's river dancing, is what they call it. They just don't have the clogs and shit. But but yeah, that looked like fun. Like they're living their best life, but. I'm going to the next thing. Just I'm living vicariously through them. Londa, people are weird. So click on the first thing and again, if anybody's, so as a guy who had never really been out of the country, you haven't really traveled. You're not international until you go across the pond. Okay.
Okay.
I've been to Jamaica. I've been to the Bahamas as a jit. I've been on 2 cruises. So I had seen some things. But I had never really been, so I went to Africa for the first time. And I went to South Africa, which ain't nothing but Europe with a lot more black people.
I've never heard that before.
I mean, it's basically like they colonized everything. But what the problem is the food is so much different in America than other places that it can boggle your mind. So when I went and I was eating meat and stuff like that, in in South Africa, it just tasted, it was different. I'm like, no. But they had this place called Nando's. And Nando's is like Chick-fil-A, but in Europe. They have one in DC and they have one somewhere else. Okay. But it's delicious. And you go and I was finally able to eat stuff, but they didn't have real ketchup.
What do you mean?
They had some kind of it was tomato sauce, not tomato sauce, tomato. It was it wasn't ketchup though. Listen, bro, I'm gonna tell you this, Jeremy. I'm not into politics, but if you think your life is gonna change that much if Kamala's as president, you need to go across the pond. You're gonna bring your ass right back over here. Trust me. No matter how bad it is, no matter who we think is bad, it's still better over here.
Go and watch football across the pond.
Like, no, it's not, because you're gonna find out that there's some crazy motherfuckers over there too that you might not agree with. Like, but yeah. So, anyways, but that's for another show. Bottom line is you got to find something that's close to you. But click on the first picture. This is where Florida State paid for them to eat. It looks really nice. Got a nice little ambience. If we could blow it up a little bit so I could see it. But like, look at that. Like, that's like what you want, right? Ooh,
That's dope.
Four course. Was there no video? Just a picture.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like you see, it's
here we go.
plate. No. They plated dinner, and these are kids from the hood, and not even kids from the hood, just kids in general. They want processed food. They didn't like this.
Really?
No, they didn't like this.
I gotta zoom in. What they got? I mean,
it's plated, so they went to that's a nice restaurant.
right?
It's like supposed to be one of the better steakhouses.
Okay.
So, but look at what they eat instead after they go there.
Got you in Dublin, man. He talking about something you ain't gonna laugh. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Give me a go no. There we go. Oh!
They got McDonald's cups in their hands. Is what I'm hitting at.
If you know, you know.
And they look so
Oh,
happy.
yeah.
They're just silent.
Yes.
Oh, bro, now. Say 10. French fry.
You say you got French fries. So I'm just saying. So like,
We
these boys
about to
at McDonald's living their life like it's golden, like golden arches.
But mine jumping right now.
Oh.
Boy, mine.
But,
They just eat things that will flip most of us away.
I'm telling you, dog, it's
Damn,
crazy.
my dog got this thing.
To be young.
Man, I would love to be. I told y'all a story about after one workout, I downed 10 junior bacon cheeseburgers. And I want to say in a soda.
That sounds like a punishment. Like you smoked cigarettes and your dad caught you.
Yeah,
Like,
got
smoke
you.
the whole pack.
Yeah.
Eat all these. Get diabetes.
Dog, this shit was delicious too. I like this is amazing. But
I
like,
would never look at it at the junior bacon the same.
I ate Wendy's so much that I did not want to eat. Like, it doesn't even taste the same anymore. Like, I can't eat it anymore. But like going to the next thing, just getting these boys is just living, dog. Like, and this is the first time any of them really had passports.
That's dope.
And the food when you get older is better. But here's what they're doing for Georgia Tech.
Well, this is an intimidating bunch of guys. So listen, welcome to Dublin. We're so excited to have you. College football, Dublin game day in Ireland is one of the biggest calendars that we have in this city, and we cannot wait for the game. I hope you get the look of the Irish, and I hope you beat Florida State. Thank you so much for coming to Dublin, and I wish you the best time ever. Best of luck.
I love accents.
Yeah, it is real cool. That's a real cool accent.
I love accents. That's why that's really the intrigue of the black chick. The fact that her skin is immaculate. It has nothing to do with it, but the fact she sounds like she can sell Lucky Charms is amazing. But that's Georgia Tech. They're over there doing their thing. We got some more video of the guys enjoying their time. Jaden did a really good job on the social media, so you can see Florida State's travel as well. But we're just going through.
Big Dave.
Yeah, pick up Big Dave. And so this is our quarterback. Tried to get him on, but he's busy over there. Didn't respond to my DM. But Big Dave actually went and copped the whip. That is not Seymour Stacks in the Audi. That is Big Dave in the Audi. And you know, here's him driving with his homie. Big Dave definitely, he's so California. Like so like 90s California. Like just listen to how he talks.
Okay, we're here in Dublin, and it's crazy trying to drive on this side of the car. For everybody out there on Twitter, here with my cousin Mark, driving on the right side of the car. My cousin feel like want to push down on some gas. You know what I mean?
Because the wheel is on the wrong side.
Oh, green. They honking out. Hey, I see a red light, bruh. Leave me alone. We don't know the rules out here. People honking at me. Hey, look.
He
check this
flexing.
out.
He
We just
driving
gonna go
pretty
and,
fucking fast.
Right.
and
Did not know
drive
where he's
and
going.
whatever happens, guys. But it is pretty hard being on the left side of the road instead of the right.
Damn, look at all these old places.
Save 4 minutes via Queen Street.
Oh boy.
Oh, he got ways over there.
Man, let's go. Go Nose.
So that's fun, like, just to see guys over there. Like, I'm not driving in a foreign country.
Right.
Like, I'm confused and sick right now. Like, just seeing them drive not only on the wrong side of the road,
Right.
but the driver's seat being on the wrong side as well. So so that's wild. Going on to the next thing. Was there anything else? I thought I had one more.
That should be all for Dublin. Let me double back. Oh, there you got one more.
Yeah, shout out to my dog. You see, original MFTK hat wearer. Go ahead, blow that up for me real quick. Not only is he repping, he's repping all of the 850. Shout out to my Pilgrims. He's got the MFTK FSU cap on and the Rattlers in Dublin, Ireland, getting after it. Yeah.
God, what a beautiful landscape. You just chilling.
So can I let my inner it's not racism because I have no power over these people. My inner bigot come out.
Yeah, always.
Because I had been reading some stuff and they were saying that like it wasn't very comfortable for us out there.
I could imagine.
But like all the people who are like me right now, they're having a fucking blast. They're having the time of their lives. There's a dude named Shiloh who's from Quincy. So I know he ain't never seen shit. But he's been in the spaces and he is just loving Dublin. He's been over there since like Tuesday. He's been over there since Wednesday and just been talking and just saying like he's just walking around and people just telling him where to go and it just is friendly and like whatever. It's kind of crazy. Like I'm like, damn, you got to go places to see. I'm sure there's bad people everywhere, but for the most part, everybody's a good person. Most people are decent person, I should say.
Yeah, and sometimes they just need exposure.
Yeah,
they know what you're there for. They expose. They want.
I think that's the big thing. They know. Okay, we ain't never seen. we know about this game. There's a lot of the blacks, so there's going to be a lot of the blacks here. You need to make sure you're on your best behavior. Giving them everything that they need. Give them a good pint, a proper pint, like, and just chill out. You find out that they're more like you, my laddie.
Facts. I grew up with Irish neighbors, and there were some racial tension, but now both my mom and her are in old age, and they're just like friendly, get along.
And you know what happens with old people? Old people become just mean old people together.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you realize that we hate the same things.
Now they both don't want anyone in the neighborhood.
Yeah. One thing about foreigners, they don't want any new foreigners.
Right.
As my grandmother used to call the Arabs, the new niggas. It's just... But again, I love all of this shit. So I like experiencing stuff. Like, again, that's one of my... I say about Action Bronson, but I literally would do fuck that's delicious international, like everywhere. That's one of the things I really want to do. Everywhere I travel, go find a place where I could just go, because I was doing it in real life. Like I'm looking back on before, like high school coaches set me back. I was traveling, like I was going to the DR before football season. I went to Toronto. I literally I decided, one of my friends asked me to come. I decided I wanted to go to Toronto on a Tuesday. Flew up on a Thursday. I believe it was Thursday or Friday. And I was there for 48 hours. But in the 48 hours, I lived like a Toronto socialite. And people were like, how did you do what you did? And I said, through the power of social media. I was at dinner in Blanc, which is an all-white party that is you literally have to be invited to. Damn. How I got into it, everybody's like, how are you? And I didn't even know I knew that many people in Toronto until I was in Toronto. I got a chance to run the bases at with the Toronto Blue Jays play.
Hey, that's dope.
I got a chance. I know people everywhere. When I went to Vegas, I had a blast in Vegas. I just put up boop, 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 who I know in Vegas. Next thing you know, I'm at a party at this name, this an Arabic name, it feels like, but when I learned that it's a lot of money. Like you either are a celebrity or you have real money in Vegas. There is no in between. Because the to be able to afford to party in Vegas the way that you would party anywhere else it's unattainable. And I went during EDM, which I had no idea it was during EDM festival.
I'm jealous.
It was crazy, like to see the people dressed the way that they were dressed. But like it was, I get why EDM is the way EDM is. Like you start drinking and people be high, and then the beats going, and then people just moving and shit, and like you just start just moving and shit too. But the club had like the different VIP levels with different types of genres of music as well. So like it was dope. So, but anyways, though, that's I could go anywhere and turn up. There's somebody I know there.
Beauty of social media.
But that's most color they've seen on folks is from freckles. Goddamn butt. But yeah,
That's funny. Yeah, they're like an extreme white. They're white.
Yeah, they're. I saw we got a redhead on our team on JV, and I looked at him. I was like, damn. So is that kid pale? But then I looked in his helmet. I was like, oh yeah, okay, he's a ginger.
Oh.
Gingers don't have souls. But anyways, going to the next thing.
Speaking of voyages.
Yeah. So one of the things that I've always wanted to do is fly Virgin Airlines. They make it seem so cool. But my guy, Shut Up Josh, who is a former military, really, really cool guy. And he flew Virgin. This is just one of his things. And like, he's a very sedity person, and I'm with him. If I paid for VIP, don't put me in Gen Pop. So he got off, like everybody's flight was delayed. Like everybody like all the people were talking about, oh my God, the flights are pushed back. They're here. This man's story reads of one of my biggest fears. And so before he even got on the plane the first time, he knew they were going to delay. And they said, we can get you on a better flight, on a quicker flight, but you'll have to go economy. And he's like, I didn't pay for economy. I paid for first class.
Right.
And he's like, and they offered him $1,000. But I'm pretty sure that wasn't enough to like that flight. It's $1,000 in Gen Pop round trip. So you're not going to inconvenience me and then put me in accommodations that I clearly can afford better. So he waited for all of these different things. But if you go to the next thing, he documents his entire trip. And it is like terrifying that this could even happen in America. No, I'm just joking. It can happen anywhere. Like, but it stinks. It's part of flying in a tin can that propels itself through the air. Let me go to this here. But and I just happened to get up yesterday and I was looking at it. So he took a picture of when he finally got on there. Now this looks fly right here.
Right.
Like it's all purple and shit. Like there's the little pods. There's other ones I've seen that look a little bit more private when you fly, like international and stuff like that. But this looks comfortable, right?
Yeah, fact.
Like I would fuck with this. Can't get there ain't no action that's happening on here because these look like these are one person's seats. Like, so you can't make a friend.
Right.
Like I like the ones that look like, there's a whole bit, like you can have somebody come in there, hang out with you.
A little conversation,
man. It's a long trip. You don't want to be by yourself the whole time. Even if you may be asleep. So Josh puts, welcome aboard Prince Airlines. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called transatlantic travel. The Voyage Airlines, it was themed like Prince.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
And then he puts, oh, wait, did you think, and this is where it needs to have that music. Hey, I know what you're thinking. How did I get in this position? He put, oh, wait, did you think this picture meant we'd be taking off? That I would be flying right now? Ha, fools. Why am I currently sitting at the baggage claim area of Orlando Airport at midnight? Buckle up, kids. This thread is wild. It started at 1:30 p.m. yesterday. Virgin Atlantic discovered that none of their computers were working, not a single one. This meant that no one would be checked into any flights for that day. Cut to several hours later, and the staff is diligently working to print luggage tags, verify passports, and give out handwritten tickets so we could get through security. They make it a point to say there is no TSA pre-check. Oh my God. Even if you have it, you don't have it. Get it? So, and then if you go, you put that up so we can see what his boarding pass look like. Now, luckily, the normal boarding passes have like barcodes and stuff that you can so you can steal people's identity. Ain't shit getting stolen with that. That's just literally a handwritten board pass. At this point, my plane has already been delayed by 3 hours, so the staff could process everyone by hand. Okay, that kind of thing is going to take some time. So a 6 p.m. flight to Manchester, England is now taking off at 9 p.m. I get it. Delays happen. We start boarding, which is when the Purple Rain picture of the cabin was taken. Food orders were taken. Drinks were served. All was well. We sat there for an hour, which was weird. But I just listened and laughed at the mostly British passengers talk. The plane starts to move, and the Brits are happy. Most of them don't have connections, so they just want to go home, into their own beds after an exhausting vacation with Mickey Mouse and Harry Potter. Apparently, our version of Harry Potter is better, which is disappointing.
Yeah.
Because Harry Potter's British.
Crazy.
Like, that's fuck hockey. Do you know what? No, fuck them. I'm happy our version is better because they do Americans better. All those damn black British people keep stealing our roles. You know what? Shut our borders down. I'm tired of this shit. They're taking all the good acting jobs. Those are the black jobs that 4 or 5's talking about. The guy from Snowfall's taking all of our jobs. The plane takes off as planes do. Does the standard bank turn and to get itself on course. But then it does another bank turn in the same direction as the last one. In case it's been a while since you've done math, that means that we are now going back to where we came from. The captain comes on the overhead and says, we have to turn around and land back in Orlando because of an electrical malfunction. Okay, yeah. Let's deal with this now before we get over the Atlantic Ocean. And we land and we are immediately surrounded by fire engines. Passengers are concerned. Were they expecting us to be on fire? Could we be on fire now? Inquiring minds want to know. The captain comes back on and says the cockpit is filled with smoke shortly after the takeoff due to a malfunction on the AC unit. Damn it. Oh, here we go.
Turn it off?
Yeah, turn it off. And by it, he means the whole plane. The AC, this also means we need to be towed back to the gate. So here we are on a plane in Florida in August, no power, no AC. It's starting to get hot and people are getting antsy. I've seen this before. It won't end well. For the next hour, we sit on the tarmac awaiting a tow back to the gate. Some passengers attempt to use the bathroom, but we are told to sit down since we are on an active runway. Some people ask for water, deny the same reason. Seems like a dumb reason. We finally get towed slowly back towards the terminal. Passengers are relieved because we're one step from getting off the plane. We stop at the terminal and we wait. We keep waiting. 30 minutes go by. Captain comes on the radio. No good news. For unknown reasons, the airport is telling us we need to be towed to a different gate. The plane erupts in chaos. Have you ever heard a group of British people absolutely lose their shit? It's equal parts hilarious and confusing. Valid points about bathroom breaks and water distribution get lost in the cacophony of daft and in it and fuck's sakes, man. They're getting louder. Now children are crying, which angers parents and the flight attendants who are doing their best to calm the angry passengers, but these people are beyond driven. Men and women are screaming about the hazardous and inhumane conditions on the plane. The flight attendants do their best to appeal to the humanity. Sir, please stop yelling. You're upsetting the children. Ma'am, I know you're angry, but calling me a cunt won't make things better. Remember, they are Brits, so cunt is like saying dude. As people get exhausted from yelling, I do my best to diffuse the situation as one of the few Americans in business class. I tell them the temperature is like a Florida winter. I ask for anyone has a coat and I can borrow because I'm chilly. Some people laughed. I tried my best. As we pull to another gate, an announcement is made that we will receive an email sometime that evening about rebooking details. If you get a hotel, you'll be reimbursed, probably eventually. Nobody's happy. We finally stop and the captain says that we will empty the plane 10 rows at a time. No one waits. All the people in business class practically fall over each other to get off the plane just to feel the sweet sensation of central air in the main terminal. The attendant said that our bags at the Carousel 10 where reps will be waiting with more info. Since it just means, so it's just me. I get there fairly quickly. No reps. And a few finally show up and they said you'll get an email. More people show up. They've been getting grilling the employees. Their lack of information now leads to more yelling and cursing at baggage claim. But now the jig is up. Police are here and escort a few more unruly passengers outside for a sidebar. It's now 2 a.m. and I've been sitting at baggage claim for 2.5 hours waiting for my luggage. Will I get it back? Will I get another flight out tomorrow? Will I get to Dublin by Saturday? No one knows. Seriously, no one can tell me. The end. And then he has a version, like we could play this so we can hear some of the people arguing.
Open door, please.
Shoe game pretty nice though. And for those who are wondering, he finally got rebooked on an acceptable flight a few nights ago, and he should be in Dublin now. I think he arrived yesterday afternoon. So yeah, so awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, voyage looks crazy. People, and that's the hardest part about traveling Gen Pop, not chartered, but we had Fleetwood Mac. Nah, just come on through. Should be around 11 o'clock. I should be here. Flying long distances to play a football game doesn't really work out for you unless both teams are doing this. So anybody can beat anybody on any given day. IMG is who, if you've listened to this show, that's the only school I'm really worried about with my Mandarin Mustangs playing. They were upset yesterday. They're defending national champions. They played Corner Canyon out of Utah. And I know what you're thinking. That has to be a really white team. We have video. It is it's a really, really white team that they lost to. But this is them, and they're geek. If we win, I mean, we're storming the field too. I'm hitting Toby with an ice bath. But IMG is still very, very talented. But it did show that this is why you play football games. Anybody can get beat. But these guys stormed the field. They have some recruits. I guess Bishop Gorman was the national champions last year. We can actually show. That's not the yeah. Go ahead, you can show that. That's them taking the knee. So my Luke, look, check this out. When you have a team beat 35-34, there's no need. No need. Now just watch what these guys do.
The stunner, even though they're number 16 in the country.
Boom, right there.
This is
I even think that was too risky. Because look how far, go back, wind it back before they so we see them storm the field. Look how far the quarterback is. A lot can go wrong, man. Get up under there. Get a little closer. Get it. And then just take the knee.
the stunner, even though they're number 16.
This is why you play the game.
This is a huge upset.
This is why you don't hold people out. If you go down to the next clip, you see a little bit more of like the play that actually lost IMG the game, which is wild. IMG has 2 5-star tackles, 3 4-star offensive interior linemen, a top running back. I believe he's the number 1 prospect or the number 1 running back in the class of 2027 that just transferred there. Played at Gainesville, but it's actually from West Augustine. I found out that's a 5-star quarterback that just transferred in from Texas. That's committed to TCU. I don't know what the tight end, but I'll put it like this: IMG currently has 28 kids with Division I offers. 14 have Power 4 offers. This is the play that the game, if they would kick the field goal, the game would be tied up. They're going for the win right now. Now, we see this. I'm just going to maul these motherfuckers and score. But let's watch this play. This is why you don't get cute. Motion. Guy goes with him, so they're in man coverage. And they stop the quarterback. guy actually does a really good job of taking away the pitch and making the tackle. Like, that's just some gutsy shit. But I'm thinking, too, it'd be athletic enough to make this not happen. So fake that.
Yeah, you're right. He took away both.
But hold on, go back. So that's the quarterback's fault. Nah, never mind. Not 52 Stonewall 22. So like that's crazy that even happened. But they lost. They lost.
It can happen.
It happened. I've said this before, and I said it on social media. You can keep clicking on the other stuff. It's called mashed potatoes. And people are like, James, why do y'all struggle against white schools? I said, this is why.
Oh my God.
Mashed potato. Mashed potatoes and gravy is one of the greatest side dishes that you could ever have. It's delicious. Correct. Now, mashed potatoes with no pepper, ugh. Mashed potatoes and gravy is delicious. But if you put too much gravy in the mashed potatoes, it gets runny. It's not consistent. It's not disciplined. It runs off the plate. It's not a good dish. Most Duval teams, most inner city schools are mashed potatoes with too much gravy, the good ones. Now, if you get just all mashed potatoes and no gravy, it's just okay. But if you get mashed potatoes and you take like a good ladle and you just push the ladle in, get a little indentation, and let the gravy spill into it, and then you pull it back up, perfection. Oh my God. That's what Conyer Cannons is. They have a black, and he's a 5-star wide receiver. And boy, did he eat. That motherfucker was cooking. He was like a chef with a wok. And they gave it to the gravy a lot. And the gravy, so which gives me hope. Gives me hope. Because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I don't know any of their linemen at Conyer Canyons, but I'm assuming they're not 5 stars or 4 stars. But we got 2 5 stars at wide receiver. We got some college cats on our team. So if we can spin it and we do what we're supposed to do, like they obviously their defense is their weakness. Because if you score 34 points, there's no way you should lose a high school game.
Especially with those guys. When they say we always make it about race, mashed potatoes and gravy.
Bruh. All I'm saying is,
I mean, I see the analogy.
It's the analogy. You can get mad at me. I was given, don't blame, as the gay thespian said, I was given this world. I didn't make it. It's just the way stuff goes. Like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Cats is dope. Like, I'm happy for them. There was no way that this team should lose it, because this is why I always tell people we have to play a manner in a specific type of team so that we can get prepared for the playoffs. But mashed potatoes and gravy. Now, I want people to realize what this ass whooping cost. It costs $72,000 to go to IMG. It is free to go to Conyer Canyons. But they have the top 10 football programs based on private schools, based on football programs. So IMG Academy, Sierra Canyon, where LeBron's kids went, $44,000. American Heritage is $42,000. Berkeley Prep is $33,000. St. Joe's Prep in Pennsylvania is $27,000. That's actually pretty reasonable. St. Joe's and Virgin Catholic. I thought there would be more. Mater Dei is $20,000. Orange Lutheran is $20,000. Don Bosco Prep is $17,000. Chaminade is $16,000. I just really thought that those schools would be more expensive than that.
Yeah, how much is Bowles?
Because Bowles is more expensive. Bowles is around $20,000, if I remember correctly.
Oh, okay.
And Episcopal. Max Prep's fact. IMG is 98-7 since 2013 and has only lost 2 games in a single season once, 2013, 2014.
Uh-oh.
So either that looks bad for the rest of us on the schedule, or or IMG is just not as good as what people think they are, which I believe IMG is just not as good as they think they are. Ooh, hold on. Somebody predicted Creekside to beat us 31-26. Nice.
Do you give that as bulletin board material for the kids? Or
You
just
can,
never
but to
show
be
it?
honest with you, if you need bulletin board material, like, what are we really doing here?
Yeah.
Like, fuck you. But high school rankings, but this is why games get played. On3 put IMG as the number 1 team in Florida. Chaminade Prep 2, St. Thomas Aquinas 3, Miami Central 4, Cocoa 5. I still believe in those top 5. American Heritage 6. The rest of these 7 through 10, Seminole got their ass whooped. Miami Norland got their ass whooped. Northwestern looked really good yesterday. They're pretty good. Venice, I don't think so. Another list has Mandarin as the top big school, which I think is too high. I don't think we're the number 1 team, but we're top 10 according to Max Preps in the state of Florida now. Continuation. One of the things we talked about was flag football and the Olympics. And Daryl Doucet, I think that's how you say his name, got a lot of flack for saying that they should not just let NFL players in. And then his highlights showed up. This is not football. This is a completely different game. And he may have a point.
Oh.
He's 5'8", 150 pounds. He's petite.
Whoa.
But let's watch some of this shit. Like, he actually ain't bad. Like, it's kind of exciting. It kind of maybe we need to have more, avenues for football players. Like, this is really, I don't think he can he can't get away with none of this shit in real football.
You said he's 5'8".
Yeah, 5'8", 150. He's petite. Because if he's 5'8" from a physical, that means he's 5'6", 5'7". But let's see, let's throw some of that beam footage. Dude's not bad. I don't think Patrick Mahomes could do this stuff in a flag football game.
Whoa.
His arm talent is really good. But when they get to people trying to pull his flag, so I don't know how it looks with on the YouTube, because it's a little choppy right here, but I guess I could find out what it looks like on the YouTube. I could just play it.
All right. Jaden, let us know.
Yeah, get on your Honda, Jaden. Get on your job.
Man, his throwing motion is crazy.
It's wild. It's like he's like a slingshot.
Yeah. I would love to ask Danny about it.
You know what? We do need to bring the video. All right, now it's up to date. Now just watch this. Look at the way they twist the hips. I almost want to show Trey this for when we play I-9. One of them, he drops down and gets his eagle on. Look at
specific juking where you move your hips in a way.
And he fits the ball. That's the throwing motion is stank. But we got more video though. It's not just that.
Yeah, that was exciting. I want to see more.
I want click on the next thing. I'm telling you, we wrong. I like it when they put it in threads. He looks like a midget Colin Kaepernick.
I was gonna say that.
But if we just scroll down. I think this is the drop down and get your eagle on one. Look at that. Did you see this?
That's crazy.
He didn't need it. His knee did not touch the ground. He did a little spin-orama.
So being 5'8" helps you in this.
Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. And watch this. Drop it low, pick it up slow, spin around, and there she goes.
There was a guy just standing there. He was stuck in amazement. He was watching like us.
Scroll down. this is just wild. Just the boom. Look at that.
Look at the first guy who reaches.
Reach. Nope.
He couldn't win no second after
he ran around. He went ring around the Rosie and didn't get anything. It's another video down below that. They got a whole thread of this. This man is amazing. Maybe he was right. We were wrong. Look at that.
Okay.
He moonwalked.
Okay.
Here, huh? Boom. Yep. Drop it down. That's that Miami bop.
You just need What the dude at Rucker Park who does the
He's hot. Oh yeah. Oh baby.
yeah.
Oh baby. Here you go. Spinorama. Boom boom. Moonwalk. He's Thriller. I'm bad. The kid is not my son. Can't touch this. Doom, 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 doom. All right, so you know how we picked on people, something, but
What's that? Maybe I don't know.
yeah. And now here's why he got roasted, and it's the same reason Noah Lyles got roasted. But like maybe it's just a little too. Maybe you overselling it. But again, we don't. But people have to realize we don't know this game. So when you don't know the game, you got to do a better job of being an ambassador and educating people about the game.
Yeah.
So like, here's where we go.
At the end of the day, I feel like I'm better than Patrick Mahomes because of my IQ of the game. I know he's right now the best in the league. I know he's more accurate. I know he has all these intangibles. But when it comes to flag football, I feel like I know more than him. At the end of the day, I feel like I'm better than Patrick Mahomes because of my IQ of the game. I know he's right now the best in the league. I know he's more accurate. I know he has all these intangibles. But when it comes to flag football, I feel like I know more than him.
All right, what's Patrick Mahomes' measurables?
He gave a very
Specific.
important caveat at the very end.
What was that?
He knows more about flag football.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's Pat is 6'2". He is 5'8". Nah, it's just you couldn't. In flag football, though, I do believe.
Yeah, the throwing motion alone would get stripped too many
Yeah,
times.
like you just it's too much going on. But I do believe it has intrigued me to learn more about. But Patrick Mahomes is a good sport about it. If you click on the one right under that, Patrick Mahomes is just like puts the 50 Cent quote. What did he say? Fuck me for? Hey, Pat, I'm like, what I do to you? Again, another continuance. We talked about Mike Hall. That's the Cleveland Browns defensive tackle that apparently drug his girlfriend, put a gun to her head, beat the baby, did all kinds of shit.
Jesus.
I think I'm when this happens, this is when I officially get tired because then I don't know what the fuck's going on. And it could be because I've been through this shit too much. Women wake up and then realize that, wait a minute. If he can't make money, I can't get paid. I can't live this lifestyle. Bitch, you should have thought about that shit before you did all that other stuff. Mike Hall's fiance told Avon City she was mistaken when she told police Hall had pressed a firearm against her temple. Hall's fiance was also arrested by Columbus Airport Authority police last year for allegedly hitting him in the head with a bottle.
Who are we supposed to protect? This is getting too confusing.
I'm going to tell you this is who we're supposed to protect. The kids from these people.
Both of them.
But this is why you listen to all women, but believe all facts. Guys, honest truth, if I don't give a fuck what happened, bitch, get away from him. Because he clearly drugged you. You didn't say you were mistaken about the dragon and getting kicked out of the house. It was just the gun. But like, there was a lot of other things that went on in that, man.
The baby.
Like the baby, yeah. Where's the baby, man?
Justice for the baby.
But like, it goes. It was. I talked to my. I'm so glad. Me and my daughter are able to talk so much now. It's great catching up again. A lot of people don't understand that story, which is fine. But I tell her a little bit. I would never tell her all of the stuff because I don't think kids should know everything. Like some of that shit ain't got nothing to do with them. But like, women crazy. And clearly she's hit him with a bottle, so she's clearly violent. And I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of men can restrain themselves, and a lot of men are misogynist. Chivalry in of itself is misogynist, just so you know that, ladies.
I love that angle.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can open your own fucking door. You can do anything. And I have no problem doing any of those things. But if you're, my joke with a lot of my female friends, like, nah, I'm not going to stop you from being a strong, independent woman that don't need no man for shit. If that's what you want to go, then go be that. But a lot of times it's misogynist to think that a female cannot harm you.
Right.
A baby can harm you. There's more people die from baby gunshots than gang violence. Accidental fire. It's legitimately happened. People don't improperly put their guns down, and kids grab it, and they boom, and then boom. Because a lot of people too, like, because what's the purpose of having a gun, right? If it's not cocked,
People do that.
but if you have your gun cocked and it's not properly put away, a kid might see you playing around with it and talking with it, and they think that guns are toys.
That's crazy.
And people tell me that's why when the boys, I say, listen. I told my sister got mad at me. I said, you can keep them there. If my sons do that video shit with my guns, I'm beating the fuck out of them.
Right.
But at the same time, if somebody breaks into my house, I ain't got time to be rolling over, getting the crust out my eyes, didn't shoot. No, bitch, that the pump shotty is ready. Luckily, neither one of them motherfuckers is big enough for the pump shotty right now. And it take a little bit of force to pull it. The 9, no, the 9 has a hair trigger. But again, so I'm saying all that to say is that, you know, I'm not judging any of that stuff. I'm going to keep my guns. I love my guns. The only thing, if they ask for my AK and my AR, I don't need those. But they're cool to shoot. Listen, no, Nikki. Listen, you know what? My friend Nikia, I love Nikki. Nikki ain't in the group chat no more. I don't even get a chance to talk to my dog no more. I love her so much that it's a dislike or contempt, and you're correct, Nikki, against women, but you didn't finish the rest of it. It's because of prejudice. And that's why I say chivalry is misogynist, because a prejudice means that I don't think you can do something. So I feel I need to protect you because I don't think you can protect yourself. I feel I need to open the door because you can't do that yourself. I feel like I could do a lot of these different things. So that's the full definition. You didn't give the whole thing. You left out an important piece. But you're right. It does stem from a dislike, but the dislike is because I have a prejudice believing that you can't do something. That's Merriam-Webster right here. When I'm arguing with people, I want to make sure we're using Merriam-Webster. Now, we can continue this, but you got to be on YouTube. You can't do it on Twitter because I don't get no points for that. And people don't know what the fuck I'm talking about because you're actually put a comment up there so they can see it on the Jumbotron. She's a dope woman too, by the way. But anyways, going on all that to say is that, again, having a prejudice that a woman can't hurt you gets you hit in the head with a bottle. And then once you get hit in the head with a bottle, you start realizing that women can hit you in the head with a bottle.
Right.
And now you start defending yourself a little bit more because once again, especially to the head as a football player, that's what got me shook. That's why me and my daughter's mother could not be. She popped me one time.
Yeah.
Over an argument over infidelity. Once I realized she had the capacity to hit me and break my phone, I started to say, bitch, you will never do that again. Because if you'll punch me, you'll stab me. And one thing I'm not going to do is die. One thing I'm not going to do is die because I'm sitting here thinking that this little petite woman can't harm big old me.
I mean, my mother was the first person I was ever afraid of. So
that part too. And you never think about it like that though. Yeah. But like just this thing again, it's not. But the bottom line is the minute violence enters an equation, you gotta either get some strenuous work, or you have to like just go part your ways, man.
Yeah, that's
because this is what always happens. Because the emotional thing gets us to the point where now you realize that the cash cow is gone, and that's why it needed to be gone though. That was what it read like was horrible. But I hate when they come back and they retract and they're like, oh no, because it's not about the safety of yourself or the kids, or even because her mama was there too, if I remember correctly.
Damn.
Everybody was there, bro.
That's crazy. And that's the sad part is There's no thought about the child in all this.
None. But it's thoughts about the bag.
I know. We'll say that the money is for the child. It's not even about that.
But another thing, I just Will Chamberlain is might be the GOAT of life because he's got lies that people kind of can believe, but we don't believe at the same time. Like we got video of everything.
Oh, yeah.
But we don't have video of his 100-point game. But yesterday was his birthday. 7'1", 280 pounds. All these are alleged. 45-inch vertical, bench press 500 pounds, ran a 4.6 in the 40, almost fought Muhammad Ali, had sex with 20,000 women, which basically, if you look at this, a full Staples Center, basically he had sex with everybody in the Staples Center. Do you know how much fucking that is? There's 365 days in a year, right? I just can't believe it. 20 divided by 365. Dog, that's 54 years of fucking straight.
And he's supposed to play basketball?
And playing basketball. I don't care if you have multiple women every night. That is a lot, dog. You're a triple doubling. Like we don't even have, like, I just want to hear the audio of the 100-point game. Like, right, there's got to be something of that.
Right, you would think.
But apparently in a 3-game high school stretch, he scored 74 points, 78 and 90. His college debut, he had 42 points and 29 rebounds. His NBA rookie season, he averaged 38 points, 27 rebounds. His third season, he averaged 50 points, 26 rebounds. The first center to lead the NBA in assists. He never fouled out of a game, and the Nets allegedly offered him a contract at the age of 50. Wow.
That last one.
FSU's in Dublin. Bubbling in Dublin. Nah, I might put Ramon put all the I believe he was having orgies and stuff like that, but like, dog, it's just 20,000 is just a lot.
Yeah, and then
a lot.
Let's be real, to not have the STD of the age at that time.
Like his dick didn't fall off. Come on, dog.
Magic Johnson's just sucking his teeth like a lion.
He definitely. But it's a good lie. It's a solid lie. Why believe the truth when the lie is more entertaining? Nick Saban came out and checked FSU's practice out today out in Dublin. Nick Saban's there, Jimbo Fisher there. A lot of people are there. Brent Key is a disciple of Nick Saban. Like if you click on that thing and you actually scroll up, we got a picture of him looking like an old man that just wants to be out there. Like really, like he's really mad at he's looking at somebody's technique and saying, nah, man, fuck that. Somebody put that he's giving Brent Key all the notes. He can give Brent Key all the notes, but Brent Key ain't got all the players. So
facts.
Everybody's trolling. Everybody who's trolling me, I got a coach that's telling me that he's taking the points, and I'm like, he's like a player on your team said that that as well, and I'm like to take that. I'm like, you full of shit.
Yeah, like
I was like, you full of shit, dog. You cappuccino, dog. FSU with the season coming in, everybody likes to use talent composite. Bud Elliott likes to tell people about blue chip ratios and things of that nature. Here are the top 20 teams that have the best talent composite. Alabama, obviously at number 1, Georgia at number 2, Ohio State at 3, Texas at 4, Clemson at 5, Oregon at 6, Texas A&M at 7, Oklahoma University at 8, LSU at 9, Notre Dame at 10, Penn State at 11. Here's where it gets funny. The big 3 are both represented all back here, but the first one is the University of Florida at 12, Florida State at 13, the University of Miami at 14, USC at 15, Michigan at 16, Tennessee at 17, Auburn at 18, Missouri at 19, Ole Miss at 20. The interesting thing in all of this is let's see here. Alabama, Georgia. Michigan. Let's go with Texas too. We'll just add playoff teams. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 of these teams have been in the playoffs recently. So 5 out of the 20, and of that, Clemson has exponentially more talent, but they've lost. Texas A&M has exponentially more talent, but they've consistently lost. LSU has lost. Oklahoma is not that good. Notre Dame is hit or miss. It's almost like USC is not as good as they should be. It's almost like coaching matters more than players. Like Washington isn't even on this list, and Washington played in the national championship last year.
That's wild.
It's a lot of people don't know what the fuck makes a blue chip, like a blue chip. Now, don't get me wrong, a lot of them are good, but because you have that, but then it's also what is it like? So Steve Wilfong puts that Florida State heads into the season Saturday with On3's pound for pound number 5 ranked recruiting class. And when you look at what Florida State does, they don't bring in a lot of players in the last few classes. They just bring in quality ones in the high school rankings. So people talk about recruiting without understanding that at the end of the day, coaching matters. But what does coaching matter? We put this on our social media on Sports Den, but it's also from my boy Logan Switty, who's over No Game Day, Logan Robinson. What does Urban Meyer have to say about Florida State in this season and things of that nature? We've seen with guys who've never coached, never played, never done anything in life besides be critical of things and be ugly, and that's Paul Feinbaum. But what does Urban Meyer have to say, who is a darling for the SEC as well as the Big Ten?
Lose a lot, but I love Florida State. I think they lose a lot, but the first thing you always look at when I evaluate teams is their schedule. Yeah, I think it's somewhat manageable. I know it's tough, but they have Clemson at home, at Miami, at Notre Dame. I think Mike Norvell is one of the most underrated coaches. Rob and Mark, they were awful in 2020, and they were 3-6. But I mean, bad awful. A lot of issues in the locker room. And I'm an old Gator, and so I looked at that and I said, "How did Florida State get so bad?" But look at what this coach has done. He went 3-6, 5-7. They won 10 games in the last year undefeated. So I really think he's one of the top coaches in America. I think they'll be there standing in the top 10. I might even have them a little higher at the end of the season.
No reason for him to cap. Right?
Fact.
That's just pure what he did was. And the crazy thing is, if he would have said something different, I wouldn't be upset because he went with facts. And he laid it out why he thought the way he thought. There was no troll. There was no got you. There was nothing in there. It was just like, hey, this might be underrated.
I was saying, I heard before what someone who makes a lot of these lists, sometimes they do it purposely it's just another boring list. So they got to choose a fan base that they're willing to piss off. So
Big Game Boomer has literally done it the best over the last. Now he's still there.
Okay.
Like over the last few years, I remember when Big Game Boomer started and it was like 3. It's one of the wild things. And I tell people it takes a lot of work. I was seeing this streamer. What is his name? Anyway, they show like when he was when he used to have one person viewing the show, but now he has millions of followers.
Really?
Yeah, I forgot the kid's name, but it's like Big Game Boomer. You see where he started at and where he ended at, and it's just like some of his lists are kind of cool. Some of them make no sense, and he does it on like he put a place that like the best places to eat in college towns. So if you're from Tallahassee and he puts like a place that's like a chain restaurant, everybody gets mad. Nikki, thank you. Nikki put Speed. The dude's name is Speed. Something to Speed.
I show Speed?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's super fan.
Yeah. But like, Big Game, do you think broadcast commentators forget about rebuilding because of the transfer portal? Yes. I think a lot of people remember shit that happened. Like we think things are the way that they used to be and not different. And we don't account for that. And you have to. Like you can't not account for that. And what I always tell people is, do I want 33 stars, or would I rather take like 20 guys from the transfer portal that even if they were 3 stars, they're a year in college and we kind of know like that if they're fly or not. And that's kind of like they don't want to remember that. Like Bud, my guy Bud Elliott is literally just you gotta recruit high school kids. Like no, the fuck you don't. Like like real talk, and this sounds wild, right? I am perfectly content if Florida State doesn't get another commitment in high school. The kids they got, I believe, can play and will make immediate impact next year. Whether they're on the 2 deep or not, I think that those are guys that you'll see because you miss so many high school recruits. Like you guys really don't. I've told people I don't remember people in my class. Like in 20 years, you're not going to remember a lot of these can't miss prospects. There's a guy right now we just talked about on Wednesday's show that was crying. That had somebody crying for him who was a 5-star quarterback. And now he's got beat out he can't win the job at Boise State. And that's not a knock on him.
It just be like that.
It just be like that. It's real out here in these streets. Jaden put, who is your favorite up-and-coming FSU player? Shit. Who is my favorite? Oh, civil rights. Cam.
Oh. I was like,
Cam Davis, man. Good old Cam Davis, man. Give me that. I know, boy, I bet he could line at him like a motherfucker, boy. I know Cam can do that. And Junior Deacon. He got to be a Junior Deacon. The year of the anonymous ACC or the anonymous scout, the anonymous GM, the anonymous coach. Dustin Lewis put anonymous, and this is from somebody's thing from SportsIllustrated.com. I don't know where they found it, but Sports Illustrated is no game day. Let me read this. I happen to like DJU. They always do these anonymous things. All right, here's the reading. He's the same guy the ACC coach said, according to ESPN. He didn't just suddenly become a great player at Oregon State. I'd imagine if Ugalele and Smith liked each other that much, he would have gone to Michigan State. Another anonymous defensive coordinator in the ACC is much higher on. Now, this is good. People always had the vision. Why isn't he going to win the Heisman? He's definitely not going to get worse. He's going to get better. How much better? Mike's done a great job. If he goes and works out at any NFL combine, there's size, arm strength, movement, intelligence. Everybody's going to say, yeah, he could fit in the NFL. Ugalele is coming off of a campaign at Oregon State where he completed 180 of 315 passes for a 57% completion rate for 2,638 yards, 21 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, while rushing 68 times for 219 yards and 6 scores. He's appeared in 48 games, 40 starts, completed 695 for 1,176, 8,319 yards, 57 touchdowns, and 24 interceptions. He's also rushed 343 times for over a stack with 20 more scores. Everybody consistently says that he is not good and he's not getting better, but you consistently put people who were worse in front of him with the idea that they're getting better with a coach that doesn't have a track record, unlike Mike Norvell. And the funniest thing in all of this is shout out to my dog Jay Travin, the nose in the league, NIL. You know why? Jordan Travis said, I remember anonymous scout saying that about me last year. It's the thing is that it's a cowardly thing. It's an arrogant thing. And I don't need him to get better. I'm telling y'all, listen, you heard it from here. If DJU stay the same, I'm Gucci. 3-1 touchdown to interception ratio will win you a lot of ball games. You want to know how I know? 3/4 of the quarterbacks in the college football playoff had 3-1 touchdown to interception ratios. The only one of them won the motherfucker. All you need is a guy to not lose you the game and put you in good position. Will we have? Oh, I'm about to say, oh boy, don't tell me, DJ. I need Pops to be in the chat. It's just crazy though. Like, I mean, I don't really. I want good critique. Like, is DJU Jordan Travis? No, I don't think any. Like, 20 touchdowns and 2 interceptions is crazy. Crazy.
All right.
Josh was good. DJU needs to be, well, don't be Christian Ponder because he never won anything that mattered. He does need to be EJ outside of the Florida game where EJ just said, fuck it, I don't want to win this game. But that's a good point. EJ Manuel and Christian Ponder were about as average as they get, and they got drafted in the first round.
Right.
Ariel, or Ari, I don't want to say your name the wrong way because you're clearly a guy. How will we say? Judah. You're right. I need a game manager.
Yeah. Judah's a cool name.
Anonymous sources say, fuck everybody. Anonymous sources say, I don't know, man. I hate anonymous. The anonymous source is crazy. And not anonymous and knows getting money. Shout out to my athletic director. I'm gonna get him on. Big Money Mike offered. The Mikes is getting paid. Miguel Blanco got $10 million in January. Miguel offered getting $1 million. Shout out to my athletic director getting $1 million and extending his contract through 2028. And he's so cool, man. I like him, man. Clay Fink put up our 30 top guys. I don't really want to go into all of that. But you know what's always, you know what I've always like, and shout out to the national pundits who are starting to talk that talk for us. ESPN analysis says that Florida State got the best D out there. We be swinging it, letting it hang, full of D in full effect. He says we have the best D out there. Let's listen to him from his own words say that Florida State got the best D.
I picked Florida State to win the ACC. I picked Florida State to make the playoffs. So I'm not shirking from that, but I do think there's an elite matchup in this game, and it's Tech returning 5 starters on the O-line against Florida State's D-line, which I think is the best in all of college football.
Yeah.
I really think Florida State has built this thing into a consistent playoff contender and a league champion last year, undefeated regular season, for the very simple reason that they have built their offensive line and defensive line to be like the SEC in terms of talent and in terms of depth. And I picked Florida State to win the ACC. I picked Florida State to make the playoffs. So
what did he say?
Not shirking from that, but I undefeated regular season for the very simple reason that they have built their offensive line and defensive line to be like the SEC.
We're not shirking from the fact. I'm not shirking from that. I'm not shirking from the fact Florida State has the best D I've ever seen. If we could all have somebody talk about us like that, would our self-esteem be so high? Rooms that you're not in, people are saying that you have the best D in the nation. Just saying, man. We got some good D over here. Good D is good. Ladies, I mean, nobody wants bad D, right? I mean, listen, you know, I hope somebody, the one experience they had with me is like, you know what? I want it at my funeral. If I have I'm not having a funeral that says this. If nobody gets up there and says, man, we lost some good dick today. Hey, if nobody says this, I'm going to be upset.
If you don't see a lot of pundits taking that angle, and he was concise and specific. He said the reason. He said defense. Everybody else is kind of talking about Georgia Tech may surprise in vague terms, knowing that they won't. But this guy, you really see the guys?
It may snow this winter in Florida, but it probably won't.
Yeah, right.
But like, I'm not having a funeral, but if I could have one, I want somebody to be able to. That's a you know, that'd be a good one. Good sentence to have. Lost some good D today. If Coach Fuller leaves, damn, we lost good D. University of Florida. Again, if the old man believes in Billy Napier, Steve Spurrier making wild statements. I'm going to read it because that's what he believes. That's what he believes. But Steve Spurrier says Florida, he predicts them to win between 8 and 10 games this season. I'm going to pick the Gators to finish somewhere around 5th or 6th in the SEC, win between 8 to 10 games, maybe 9, something like that. Steve is, some people would think Steve is on some cocaine, but it's a hell of a drug. He on pills, he on fentanyl. But I'll say this, things that normally don't matter, but that do, I guess, when you're not winning. Billy Napier, there's an argument that Billy Napier has increased the athleticism on the team. We saw where they were ranked with the overall composite with the players that they have. They were ranked ahead of Florida State and Miami. Now, here's something else that they can show. The number of Gators on the Senior Bowl watch list under Billy Napier. In 2022, they had 6. 2023, they had 9. 2024, they had 16. So right now they have 16 guys that are on the Senior Bowl watch list, which is an all-star game, which a lot more people are participating in the Senior Bowl. So good for them. That means they're ready. No excuses. I don't think Luke is going to change his bet for the Miami game, but 8 to 10 games, he's got to have them beating Miami. Because that month of November, boy, whoo, shit. They can start off 5-0. But like once October hits, they're in some shit. Like, but cool, good for them. In this, with Deion Sanders trying to make Colorado one of the best programs in the nation. And a former Colorado assistant coach says he spent time in the Middle East this past holiday season lobbying Saudi Arabia's public investment fund for name, image, and likeness funding on behalf of Colorado. Trevor Riley said he acted on his own accord in pursuit of NIL funds, but then he resigned from the job after that. They are trying to get that bread up over there. But the bigger thing that I like to find out is this. We have Ray Lewis just spoke to them through Zoom. They had Murder talk to the guys. Warren Sapp is on staff. Deion was asked last year about how does he feel being a Seminole with so many Canes coming over and supporting him, and he says his alma mater is Talladega Nights or something like that. But Miami fans love to rub in Florida State fans' face that Deion and our legends don't come back, which is just bullshit. Our legends talk about Florida State all the time. Deion just don't come back. And, if you're a fan of this show, you know why I say that. Fuck Deion. But, man, Ed Reed, do Miami's legends come back anymore?
Ed Reed had the job for a little bit, right?
He was there, but then he left and went to Boston College. Not Boston College, but Thune-Cookman. But, Ed Reed is over there right now hanging out and talking about Colorado. And, these are things that, you would think that they would be doing for UM right now, but they're doing it for Deion. But, let's check that check it out. It's a video. The next one, yeah. Ed Reed. So anybody ever seen the movie South Central? Type up the movie South Central. Yeah. And OG Bobby Johnson. Ed Reed is a guy who I had a conversation with at the Cigar Lounge in Arizona when I made the bet with another Miami great about Florida State winning. And then I asked him if he wanted to make the same bet. And he said no. Because I know what's over there. So what I always tell people is when they're having these conversations with me, you got to realize I actually know your greats. And I'm actually have really good relationships with them. and we have candid conversations, and they don't believe as strongly. This is Ed Reed when he was in college. The Deuces is 50,000 strong. You not OG Bobby Johnson. This is Ed Reed's LinkedIn profile pic.
You see Ed Reed, it does.
I'm just saying. Every time I see him, I'm like, yo, that's OG Bobby Johnson. And he's very passionate, and the grades are coming out. Like, it's just, again, that's another one of them iconic, well, almost scenes. It didn't happen. The Muslims saved him. And they were about to get Ed Reed in the prison, and when he left the Deuces, and the Muslims came and saved him. Is that a man? Do you view him as a man? That they're like, yes, he's a man. Then okay, well then now we do the negotiation. This man was about to get his booty taken from him over cigarettes.
Just give him the cigarette.
But no, what I'm saying, he didn't have them. Like they only give you your rations, right? You only get a certain amount of cigarettes.
Okay, I get it.
But then the Muslims came over with, he's like, that's 5 smokes. 5. And like, it's just the guy. It's wild because now I know why British actors are doing so much better, because they can act like Americans act and like and not like overact. Like when you have a traditional or classic trained American actor, when they act like a tough guy or a thug, they like do these extra movements. Like when they get the knife. Like nobody's doing that in a fight. It's just a blade coming out, man. You're doing all these different things. But anyways, let's listen to OG Bobby Johnson talk about Colorado.
What's up, CU family? This is Ed Reed here in Colorado. Finally, I made it to the Buffalo home stadium in town to see my big brother, but to see the team. It was a blessing. I'm honored to be here. I thank you. Go Buffs.
I hope they win. Because, man, the reason why, because I don't want to see some really good people have to like backpedal.
I get you.
Because the cappuccino's so strong. They're in it, like they're like 10 toes down. Like Dion, and I tell him, Dion ain't even 10 toes down. He only got 8. But like I'm just like, I'm like, I don't want him to. It's kind of like that again. The chick we were just talking. I don't want him to hurt y'all, but he's gonna hurt you. And like they're just making like these statements that just, all right, man. I hope nothing. But I don't have a dog in the fight. If he wins, he's a black coach winning. But like I just from what I see, I don't think it's gonna be any good. So, yeah. So on that note. Shit. I hope you guys what are you guys' predictions? So like anybody got predictions for the game? Anybody making any let's do this. Go to hardrocklive.com. Because I was told we can make bets on that. Because I'm gonna do one today. I'm gonna go back up there. I'm gonna do $100 bet. I want to do a parlay actually. Can I do a parlay that they're gonna win outright and the spread? Does that work?
I don't think so. I don't really get much parlays I want to.
Just the parlays just seem fun.
Little James had one. It was like 13 legs and he lost on one.
That was gonna pay him some bread too, I bet, man.
I'm here on this side. I think you have to sign up.
All right, let me see. I know I have the app somewhere on my phone. Also, if you remember the college football pick'em, the pigskin pick'em, and the fantasy football are all up in the member chat area on the YouTube, so you can go subscribe and do whatever you need to do. Hard Rock Bet. Oh shit! Am I gonna have to get a new?
Yeah, that's what. I think you gotta sign up. I'm moved through ESPN.
I know this. I want to throw points at Hawaii. Did you know Hawaii is 12-2 against the spread?
Really?
For home openers. Like, it's crazy. Like, and they're playing. That thing they got like, I think it's 49 or something like that for Delaware State. I think I want to put that in a parlay. I think they'll beat them by more than that.
Really?
I mean, they're missing the flights and all kinds of shit. Like, it's just they're gonna be a little tired. Okay. Here's Luke's got this is Luke right here. Luke's thing. Luke adjusted it to 12.5. So he's taking Florida State to win by 12.5, beat the spread. The under, he's taking the under, so he doesn't think they're going to score over 56.5 points. And I guess you can take it to outright win. So this is 3-leg parlay. $100 gets you $425.
Okay. So what site did you use?
That's a good question. It doesn't even say. I don't know. Look, what site did you use? Because he's not in Florida, so he can do, like, we have to use Hard Rock. We can't use unless I got it. Whatchamacallit? Was it Avian? Like the I don't have all of that. VPN. All right. So log in. So I have the Hard Rock app. Oh, okay. So there we go. So I don't want to bet on no damn PGA. Table tennis? Nobody wants to do any of that. Ah, here we go. FSU versus Georgia Tech. So they got it down to so now the under went down by a point. It's 55.5. Man, boom. Okay, here we go. So if I did what Luke said, if I bet $60, it would pay me $186. Oh, Luke used the Hard Rock. I can tell by based on what the thing is. Damn, Luke, that whole thing right now is $100 to get you $310. That's tough. If I did a three bet parlay. Ooh, and they verify your location. That's crazy. They just go NCAA football. Will they let you bet? SMU is minus 20. Is like they're getting Nevada's that bad? I don't think SMU's beating them by that much. Colorado plays ooh. They don't have the Hawaii on Hard Rock. They don't have the Hawaii Delaware State game. Damn, that's tough. Anyways, man, that's interesting. You can make those bets. That's crazy. Like, some of these point spreads is wild. But anyways, man, on that note, guys, appreciate everybody for starting your weekend off with me. We'll see you guys on, like, if you're in Jacksonville, you want to come by the Cigar Lounge, we have our Saturday, we'll have the watch party here. Available for you guys, for anybody who's going to Ireland, who's in Ireland. Y'all be safe. Have a great time out there. For those who are in the chat, please push the like button. For those who are watching us on Twitter, please go like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We have our stuff going on. We'll start doing the raffle. I put the raffle in the YouTube community as well as on Twitter for guys who want. Once we get to over 100 entries into the raffle, we will. I mean, it could be 100. One person can do all of that, but basically $200 we'll give away we're giving away a pair of tickets when it comes to that, but it's $2 per entry into the raffle. We will do all of those. We will put all of that stuff on the social medias here relatively soon. Make sure you check out all of our different social medias, the IG, the Twitter, the YouTube, now we have a TikTok. I think it's Den Media Group. At SportsDen_live on Twitter, at SportsDen_live on IG, Den Media Group on TikTok. That's where we put the reels. But please make sure y'all push the like button and subscribe. We will see you guys on Monday. And remember, next week is giveaway week. So it's a lot of cool shit that's going to be happening. Make sure you're in the room for it, guys. Until next time, peace.